GGG.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Of discussion. Now, this is where we go back to what we do best: boxing. Because yes, the pandemic has killed boxing, but there's still things going on in boxing that that do warrant conversation. And one thing that has come up is the never-ending saga between Saul, Canelo, Alvarez, and Triple G. Or I'm gonna say it in the way the Euros be saying it when they watch his old fights. Gennadiy Golovkin. Them shits kill me. That shits kill me. And of course, their never-ending saga of the third fight, which prior to things canceling, seemed to have actually, they've come to an agreement, as in, it could possibly happen in September.
After the Saunders fight.
Was that?
After the Saunders fight, because that was a fight that was that seemed like that was finalized or on the stages of being finalized before the world fell apart.
Yeah, it did. And then also too, Saunders didn't really help because prior to that he did get suspended for doing Saunders things. And then we didn't. And then who knew if that would have cost him his Canelo fight or not? So that was the whole reason why the Triple G Canelo discussions came up again. So now we have three. Now there are people here who are thinking, they're like, I'm not interested in seeing the fight. Various reasons. Like some people like, Triple G should fight Charlo, or should fight Andrade, something like that. Or Canelo, why should he fight Canelo? Canelo's gone up to light heavyweight, Why should he have Triple G should go up to light heavyweight and face him, Or it's like, we've seen this twice. Never mind the fact that the second fight was probably the last really exciting fight that Canelo had, pre-DAZN, since most of his fights, actually all his fights on DAZN have been trash.
I did. Damn, that was a chorus unison. I like that.
Yeah. And it's like, there's a lot of things, and then the biggest thing that people have been using, Triple G's last fight out. He fought a stone cold fight of the year candidate against Sergey Derevyanchenko for the vacant IBF middleweight title,
and win life and fucking death.
Yes, you've never seen Triple G take punishment like that, but then most people were harping on Triple G taking punishment, not really understanding that Derevyanchenko really took a severe beating himself to do what he did, because there's no way, if Derevyanchenko stayed on the outside, he was not going to outbox Triple G. He did, and in doing so, he sacrificed his eyes and his head and probably some brain cells to do what he did. He gave it to Triple G, and Triple G gave it back. It was a two-way beating, and it was brutal.
Yeah.
And then most people are thinking after that, it's like Triple G can't even beat Derevyanchenko clearly. So this is going to be a wash.
And then you got guys like Teddy Atlas saying, Triple G shot.
Yeah.
And then I think Canelo trainer saying they're going to knock him out this time. So I think more people want to see this fight than people, are letting on. Like, I'm going to just be honest. Like, it's like when it comes to damn Trump votes, everybody's like, man, I ain't voting for him. Yeah, we get him out of here. But when they go into that fucking booth, it's, it's not that bad. I'm sure he'll work it out. Like, yeah, everybody talks about, man, Canelo will knock him out. Man, Triple G, this, that. Fight week come, you're like, oh no, man.
Canelo.
Shit, I think they're gonna go at it, bro. Like,
yeah, like this is one of the fights where you can expect. Obviously, DAZN. There's no reason why DAZN wants it, because obviously that's the reason why they signed these two. To their veteran, they wanted this fight because it would increase their subs for the month or two or whatever, give or take.
And the last fight was great, so it's like, why not? Like, but the thing is, they keep stretching out and taking it so long. Like, I've never seen a course where 3 fights take them 2 different decades to make, man. Like, shit.
Well, I mean, there are fights or trilogies that have, that they do take a while. I mean, obviously, you don't want a trilogy like 3 fights, but Marquez and Vasquez, motherfuckers, damn near kill each other within a year of 3 fights.
Yeah, but I mean, they only gave us. I mean, none of the Canelo fights were ever that brutal.
Yeah, no, the first one was like only the second Canelo Triple G fight was brutal. The first one wasn't. The first one was a schooling that got that ended up robbery,
which took a year and a half longer to make than it should have off rip.
Yes, due to
so the whole timeline is already skewed, and then you wait in a whole extra 2 years for the third fight. So I understand the gripe that a lot of people have, like, because it's not like Canelo's giving us greater alternatives. Like, he fought an old Kovalev, he fought a never was Rocky Fielding, and he gave us Jacobs.
Yeah, Jacobs was
like the only decent fight out of all them 3 fights. So it's like, and
he wasn't impressed with that one either.
Yeah, it wasn't even a good fight like that. So after that, he's playing negotiating games with Saunders, Callum Smith, and Plant, and So if it's just easier to make the Golovkin fight, just make the fucking Golovkin fight, like.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, y'all still could promote that. There's still history. There's still, some drama with that shit. Just go ahead and just get it over with, because all this, holding the carrot over niggas' heads and shit for the fucking fight. You're doing that across 3 fucking divisions, and you won't look at Andre direction. So it's like, just fight this Kakistan dude and get it the fuck over with.
Right, and then
get your gift decision and let's be done with it.
It seems like the first fight took place when Triple G was 35, 34, 35, I forget. And 35.
Yes.
Yeah, and then obviously, if you ever heard my thoughts on this before, and I talked about it, like, it should have taken place a lot earlier. Yeah. Because if for those who have been living under a rock, Triple G, it's been a middleweight for a long time. He was a middleweight. He was a middleweight champion long before Canelo entered the division. Triple G, unfortunately, was avoided by.
Just come out and say duck, man. Just duck.
Well, he was ducked by Cotto. That's for damn sure. Cotto
ducked by Cotto, Sergio Martinez, and Felix Sturm. That's 3 official ducks. And semi-ducked by Canelo, because Canelo waited him out too. So that's 3.5 ducks. It's duck, goose at this point.
Right. And it's sad that only David Lemieux was the only middleweight champion to step up immediately to face him when, and to job his title like he should have. He
didn't need a war with Sergio Mora, a half trilogy. Sergio Mora to do it,
Facts.
He didn't need a welterweight to come up and sacrifice his career to do it.
Also facts. But now we're looking. Now we're looking at a 38-year-old Triple G. I say, me and LP are Triple G fans. To look at Triple G now, we don't know. He's clear. He is slipping. That's not questionable.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, we're talking about a guy whose physical peak was 2015.
Yeah,
where you talking about pinnacle peak, like, he was already on the slide when in the first Canelo fight.
Yeah, and it was a small one at that though. But
yeah, it was a small. It was like he was on the other side of his prime, like,
But then after that, it's just like, obviously at 38 years old as a middleweight, we don't know how much. If he even has that one last great fight in him, because that's the whole adage is, they all have that one last great fight. And Triple G, he's had 40-something fights and also a long amateur career at that. So you know, like we don't like. I mean, he's lost a lot. He's lost a little bit of his athleticism, you know, and it's just like I think the questions are trying to answer is like, what does he have left as a fighter? Yeah,
they did say he was sick for the Derevyanchenko fight.
Yeah, and and now if Derevyanchenko get that fight without injury, like without being marked up, I would have been like Triple G's probably, you know, was sliding, you know, really bad. But like I said, Derevyanchenko, he left that ring battered. So I mean, Triple G still has his power. He'll always have his power. He's still a very powerful guy.
And that elite jab, but it's you know the chances of the chances are in Canelo's favor. You know,
right? Because I mean,
he's in his prime. You know, he's a bigger guy now. He's younger. He should be able to, I guess, stop Golovkin. It's just that we haven't seen him ever on the verge of stopping Golovkin before. So I just feel like we'll get the same fight we've always got, but it'll be entertaining. I think we might get a little bit of both fights. Canelo's gonna move a little bit, but he's gonna stand there and Mexican style it up too.
I do think Canelo will go to his body because, like I said, because Derevyanchenko, the one thing he did do is, I mean, he got inside Triple G and he ripped his body. Even had him, even hurt him to the body too, visibly. You know.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like Derevyanchenko was coming in at angles and he was pivoting and shit. It's like he was getting new spots on Golovkin body that Golovkin body didn't even know he had. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Canelo, he rips those body shots in front of you, and when that happens, it's like he's vulnerable for that jab, which he hasn't had an answer for yet.
No.
So it's like you trading jabs and ring generalship to damn flashy counters and body shots. That's always going to be the story of this fight.
Right, and it's gonna be this time like whose punch resistance is going to go first, you know? Yeah, no, because like I said, I mean, both of them. I mean, like Canelo and both Triple G ended up bloody, battered, you know, in their fight. I mean,
who knows if Canelo can fight a tough fight right now? When's the last tough fight you saw Canelo in? Oh yeah, let me guess, the Golovkin rematch.
Yeah.
So it's like. I mean, I don't even know what's the fucking. I understand it, but I just don't see what's the big deal. Just get this shit over with, like.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and I think it's just mostly because I think Canelo doesn't want to give Triple G the payday because, you know, basically it's a lot
which is whole shit, bro. Which is whole shit, man. Like, and this makes me really say, like, after all this shit is done, if you motherfuckers is still pussyfooting with each other and marinating fights and playing, I don't want to give payday and thank you God and shit. Fuck your career.
Right, because it's like it's either. I mean, with Canelo, it's like because Canelo has been so like. I mean, now Canelo versus Saunders. I mean, I wasn't mad at that fight. I was like, okay.
No, I was actually hyped for that shit. I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
No lie, like that would have been the most interesting fight Canelo took since the Golovkin rematch.
Yeah, and then you know, but like I said, you know, Canelo's been. I mean, and even then, that took like forever and a day to make, and I don't know why.
Bruh, because these motherfuckers is stalling out over damn $1 million. Like, bruh, no one's gonna fucking sell their damn belt to Canelo for less for $5 million or less. And you undefeated, you in the weight division first. Like, come on, man. Like,
yeah,
like. Y'all both been in the same division twice. Like, nah, man, pay that man his damn $7 million. Well, Saunders was offered with $8 million. I think they finalized.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think he's supposed to get like $4 million or some shit like that. Or maybe
like the shit. Like they was hovering around $5 million. Then remember they made a big deal when they got the $7 million.
Yeah, I know. It's like.
Like, geez, like, but I mean, if y'all pay Jacobs and Kovalev that bread, like, look, niggas know the deal, man. No one's selling their belt to you for no bullshit money.
Facts.
So just get over yourself and just offer the right amount the first time and make the fight. Yeah,
because like I said, I mean, Canelo still has, you know, like 9 fights or whatever on this contract. I mean, they're paying him. So they're paying him in several years, a decade's worth, you know, within maybe 3 or 4 years, man. Like you gotta fight if you want to get out of that contract, you want to get out of the zone. Fight what you're supposed to fight. You signed the.
You got plenty of good names, man. Like Canelo could truly be an all-time great if he fought these guys and he beat them clearly.
Yeah.
But instead, he's just gonna be remembered for these long-ass negotiations.
Games, man.
Like they are part of the fight.
I mean, isn't that par for the course when it comes to the A side?
Only for him though, because it seemed like he the only one that takes forever to make fights. Like I can't honestly remember a A side taking this long to make fucking fights. Every fucking go around.
I mean,
I remember De La Hoya Shane Mosley rematch took a little while to make.
I was just gonna say, I feel like that one took way too long to make.
And that was just over $4 million, but the common denominator is damn De La Hoya. Like that fight was over like I think $4 million, so it's like come on, it's like who else? Like Canelo Cotto took a while to make, but somehow they always in that shit. Like Canelo every fucking time. The Jacobs fight feel like it took a while to make, and we all knew that was coming next.
Right, because I mean, it was a unification. That should, I mean, honestly, I mean, just because, I mean, it was there. I mean, Jacobs, I mean, won that belt. Strictly, everyone knew that shit was going to be next.
Yeah, but they was trying to just make it seem like no, they tried to hardball Jacobs. So it's like, bruh, pay the man this fucking money to make this goddamn bullshit ass fight and be done with it.
Right.
Like every time I turn around, there's some crazy ass negotiation. It's like, look, Anthony Joshua don't be having that problem. His resume pretty good, and he just damn makes the big fights. And I only say his name because he's one of the other big superstars.
Yeah, no, it's awful, man. It's just like, I mean, and now we don't even know, like I said, because now with this pandemic, who knows if Triple G Canelo will actually take place this year? We don't know.
Or if any boxing for that matter, because the way shit is. So, that just makes me come, like when boxing gets back on, we can't blow this fucking time. Like, too many niggas wasted time. Boxing got too many fucking bullshit fights that didn't go nowhere, that no one wanted to see, and now there's no boxing. Like,
yeah,
I hope everybody's really thinking about this shit. Like, think about when you got Canelo, Khan, and Beefy, and Chavez Jr. in a row.
Yeah, I mean, and also too, but also we have to think about too, because like Canelo Triple G 3 does have an expiration date. I mean, it's not like, because they're not in their prime. Triple G is not in his prime. I mean, Triple G had a mandatory fight that he was even negotiating for June before that, and we'll even know, and I'm pretty sure the IBF will make him take that mandatory before any Canelo fight, so it's like, the more you wait, I mean, Triple G, time is not on Triple G side, unfortunately.
And that's the thing, and you would honestly kind of want Triple G to take that tune-up, because he just had a hard fight with Derevyanchenko, so the whole pandemic just messes everything up.
Exactly.
Even Canelo, I think I would want to see him fight somebody else before. I wanted the Saunders fight before the Golovkin fight. Like, I felt like, both of them needed to be active right, going into their fight. And now look at it. What the fuck we gonna get? Goddamn Triple G versus goddamn Foot Soldier. Canelo versus whoever the fuck. Like, y'all be fucking playing around with boxing so long. Now look at it.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be some L's. Honestly, I think, I mean, this is definitely gonna affect, like, there's gonna be some champions that are gonna lose their belts when boxing gets back, simply because the momentum got thrown off. Yeah, because
there's some hungry kid out there training his ass off like he's fighting tomorrow. Yeah, and they staying sharp. Yeah, and you're gonna show whose bad habits, whose off-season bad habits are real bad. Because a lot of niggas, they got access to gyms all the time anyway. So what a quarantine should do.
Right, exactly. Some of these cats are already multi-millionaires. They can have that shit in the house to do what they need to do.
Yeah, so I mean, and motherfuckers already fighting once and twice a year. So what's the problem?
Right.
Everybody should be able to go back in there and, and fight their fights.
Exactly, and
If you had a bullshit fight your last fight, you better fight a killer this time. Like that should be mandatory. If you didn't fight somebody in the top 15 of your division in your last fight, then you gotta fight somebody top 5 now.
Facts.
And people would still be wishing the pandemic was on if that was the case. But nah, I can stay at home some more. Fuck all that. We good.
Right. AOP. What? How do you think the third fight between Canelo and Triple G will go, in your opinion?
I think it's going to be a continuation of the second fight. I think Canelo is going to take the same approach that he took in the second fight, to be aggressive. Because I think they look at Golovkin as right from the picking and ready to go. So I really think that they're going to fight for the knockout, but they say that, and then might be a little bit of movement, a little bit of running. But I think majority it's going to play out like the second fight, a continuation.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you think that one or the other punch resistance will start to go in this third fight, or do you think they'll just be inflict like more heavy damage on each other in this third fight?
I mean, I can't say Golovkin's punch resistance is going, because I mean he did take some shots in the Derevianchenko fight. And the body, he was hurt to the body, but I mean, we've seen him kind of hurt to the body before. So it's like most people get hurt to the body. But I don't think his punch resistance gonna just go. I think the third fight will help to further deteriorate that, so more damage for both guys. But I don't think either of these guys' punch resistance going into the third fight is slipped that bad that they'll be ready to go.
That's a yeah. I mean, I could also say that too, but I mean, like I said, you just don't know. I mean, Canelo. The thing about Canelo though is even though he's not even, if he's 30, I don't know if he's 30. He turns 30 this year. I mean, dude is. What's that?
I think he's 29. I think he's 91. I think he's like a year younger than me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, even though
no, he's born the same year. It's July of 1990. So yeah, he's 29. He's gonna be 30 this year.
Right, and then most people though, like Canelo has over 50 pro fights. He's been fighting since he was 15. So is part of this, like, whereas he's been a pro for a longer period of time, for like since he was 15, and and Triple G has had a long amateur career before going to pro. So it's like,
it evens out.
It evens out in a way, because I mean, Canelo one day he will. It will be a steep fall, but I keep saying it too, because
I hear you, but I don't think it will be like I think it won't be like a Barrera fall off, like where once he hits 30, he's basically done. I think he still has more left in him. I think you're
not gonna see it because he's gonna be matched more carefully than Barrera was once that stage comes.
Yeah, even with Eric Morales too, it's the same thing. Like Eric Morales, they both, once
you'll see it in Morales because he's a warrior.
Morales had more left in the tank. I mean, he showed more glimpses of the old Morales even after 30. Like even he's
a warrior, bro.
Yeah, I can go back to warrior or not, like that is true. But like even like the Maidana fight, you saw glimpses of the old Morales. I'm sure that's the warrior in him, but you saw that. Whereas Barrera was basically
because Barrera, you're not gonna see Barrera trading and outboxing fucking Maidana, bro.
Yeah,
he couldn't do that to the guy who beat Maidana, like
Amir Khan, yeah. But I think he still. I think even not including matchmaking, I still think physically he still has a couple more good years left in him. So like even like without the matchmaking, I think in a couple years.
I don't know. I feel what you're saying though. I feel like he still has a 2-year range, but if you put that 2-year range of Saunders, Triple G, Plant Benavidez winner, or Callum Smith, you got too many names to finesse that whole 2 years. Like with those styles, I feel like somebody kind of push that agenda not agenda, but they'll push that deteriorating
I hear,
a
I
little sooner than actually.
I hear what you're saying, but when you look at what he's been through, I mean, outside of the Golovkin fight, what was the last fight that he really took? Like that he
Yeah,
was.
but how many punchers he fought besides Golovkin? All these guys I'm naming could have legit power, like punch, except for Saunders.
Jacobs had legit power. I'm not even gonna say Angulo.
But how late into his career until he fought Jacobs?
And keep in mind, he's going
he's going up in weight, and he's finally fighting guys who have power. It's like I feel like he's been bred for this type of moment right here. Like this is like Canelo's career moment of truth is in these next couple of years. To be honest.
Yeah, and like I said though, because light heavyweight, as I mentioned before, he won the title off probably the most worn down of the champions, and yet, but the ruler of that
barely took a real punch from dude in the process.
Yeah,
and then and the thing to do is him giving up the light heavyweight belt, maybe matchmaking, maybe even delaying the inevitable. Because how you compete at light heavyweight, he'd be facing murderous punchers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, then his career would be it would definitely be 2 more years, and then after that, like there was no way he could sustain.
And that's why I said the matchmaking.
Yeah.
You added to his legacy while cherry picking the lightest champ.
But we knew that wasn't feasible. Going up, running through the murderous row, light heavyweights. I wasn't even taking that into consideration because that was pie in the sky to begin with, and you know it, and I know it. From the beginning, he moved up to 175.
Yeah, that was a cherry pick, But remember, for years he was saying he wasn't a real middleweight. So I mean, which one is it? Is it Shorty owe you for ice or Black Girl lost?
I mean, at one point he wasn't, but he definitely has been.
The man been a dude was a real middleweight since the fucking Trout fight. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, and even now, like he's fucking around with these titles.
Why do you think he bitched so much when Floyd had him at 152? Like, if you're a real junior middleweight, I mean, come on, is 2 pounds gonna really? If you a natural junior middleweight? But if you one of these big motherfuckers, yeah, who need to be at 160, but you squeeze the 154, then yeah, maybe that's why.
And then honestly too, obviously we all know jumping around in divisions like he's been doing, I don't think it's even that good. It's not you're not supposed to. It's not good for you to do that.
Especially when you ate yourself out of division because you especially because you outgrew yourself out of your first division. Yeah. Like the 154, like come on, bro. Like, dude was that? Then he made a division with a 155, like
Canelo division, Canelo weight.
So it's like, come on, like dude really supposed to be fighting at 168 now. Like at 175 ain't really out the ballpark.
He can't. I don't think he can realistically make 168. So I mean, he has to fight at 168. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's like, but they trying to make it seem like he can fight it. Like he has all these choices through all these divisions. Like he can fight at light heavyweight too if he wants that work.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, I mean, if he fights at 175, then we'll see where what his punch resistance is going to be like. 168, he needs to stay at if he wants to do something, because 160, like he still holds middleweight belts at 160, which is the problem. Like,
but I don't even think he can make weight at 160 anymore. So.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be interesting because, like I said, because I mean, nothing deteriorates a fighter too than jumping around in divisions like he's been doing. Like, eventually the weight games will catch up to him as well.
And it just take the one opponent,
Basically, someone will do him like Zahir Rahim did Eric Morales, just like make him look like terrible.
Yeah, somebody just had a wrong style for him that night, and and all the king's horses and all the king's men, couldn't, the story.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we just hope that Canelo Triple G most likely. If it has any significance for a title, it would be middleweight because, like I said, as long as Triple G still holds middleweight titles.
Yeah, because if you're gonna make it, you know, for 168 or 165, then it almost kind of be like it defeats the purpose of damn Canelo fucking bitching and moaning and taking so long to get the 160 in the first place when he was too small to get there, but now he has to fight Golovkin a third time, but above 160, like the irony.
Yeah, no, it's this whole saga.
That's why you can't take this shit serious, man. It's a series.
Yeah, history will remember it more for its fuckery than the actual fight, which is the second fight did deliver in action. No, it's just the nonsense, man.
You had to go get suspended, go through tainted beef, all that, the steroid, the shit. You had to go through fuckery to even get to the second fight.
Right, exactly. Oh man,
and Broken Khan got years taken off their career because these two dudes.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Yeah, two fighters themselves. Well, one lost his prime, and the other one just was made an almost non-factor these days. He's like a jobber to the stars.
Yeah, Crawford.
Oh man, so yeah, I guess we'll stay tuned. Like once the pandemic is over, we'll see where this fight ends up. Whether it's this year or next year. If it's next year, honestly, I'll probably be sick to my stomach because I'll be a 39-year-old Triple G.
Yeah, and then it's like you're gonna want to see it. You're gonna definitely want to see a tune-up then.
It's just. I'm not stupid. As much as I admire Triple G as a fighter, I know a 39-year-old Triple G, is a
clean athlete.
Yeah, it's a clean athlete, but also a probably near finished athlete.
Yeah,
So
life hits you different. When you're not cheating. I'm just saying that. I'm just keeping it real. Real talk.
You're damn right. You're keeping it real, son. That's what it is.
So when you see guys like Nonito Donaire who are clean athletes come and make fight of the years with guys who are pound for pound number one now, just makes you appreciate boxers a lot more, bro. I'm just saying.
Facts, super facts. You know what I'm saying? So just like the rest of the boxing world, stay tuned.